Welcome to Addora Live Unlaced with Anne-Marie Rada. This sexy and smooth adults-only show explores the latest trends with exclusive interviews from deep within the erotic industry. So mix up a martini and relax with Addora Live Unlaced.
Hello there, lovely listener. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Addora Live Unlaced. My name is Anne-Marie Rodder and I'm your host of this sexy and seductive podcast. It's called The Cock Ring Show. So I'll be checking out everything to do with cock rings, metal cock rings, to penis loops, vibrating cock rings, and cock and ball rings. What more could you want? I'll be checking them all out in this show. And if you're a fan of big boobs, you'll be loving Lucie Wilde, the 18-year-old that is coming up later on in the show with ginormous boobs. So get ready for that. I'll talk about her later in the show, but let's get on to it. First off, we have a listener question. Now from Random Thing 1994, his question is, I have a girlfriend, I'm not exactly sure what it is to be a virgin. If my girlfriend gave me a hand job or a blow job, does that mean I am not a virgin anymore, or how is it? That's a good question. Thanks for asking there, Random Thing 1994. I think it's virginity seems to be more of a personal view. So my personal view might be different to yours or to our other listeners out there. But from my own understanding, it is more so if you've had penetrative sex, so you've had intercourse, then you're not a virgin anymore. So I don't actually think that having a hand job or a blow job or, touchy-feely, really counts. So if you haven't gone the full way, then I still think that you're a virgin. So personal preference, whatever you think, it's up to you. Now, if you have a question, please email me at questions@addoralive.com. Now this week in Addora Live's video, we have a video called Where is the Prostate? So I've made a video with a diagram just for you guys, showing you exactly where the prostate is and what it does. So it's been a super popular video already on YouTube and everyone seems to be liking it. So I'll add it to the show notes for you and I hope you'll learn a thing or two from it. So let's get on to cock rings. Yeah, cock rings, we all want them, we all know about them. Well, maybe we don't. So this is why I'm going to tackle this subject with you today. So with cock rings, I'm going to cover why you use them, the different types that are available, and the benefits of using them. Now, a cock ring, or a basic one, is usually a rubber or silicone kind of ring that you put over the head of the penis that moves down to the base of the shaft. It's easier to move it downwards when you put some lube on it and before you're fully erect. Now, for the standard use of a cock ring, it actually helps to trap the blood flow into an erect penis, allowing a man to keep hard during sex. So losing an erection is common at different times during a male's sex life. So if it's happened to you, please don't worry. It does happen pretty often to guys. It can be because of age, erectile dysfunction, medical conditions, being nervous, and for many other reasons. Now, another reason to use a cock ring is for pleasure. A cock ring creates sensations of tightness and pressure that heightens sensitivity and the intensity of your orgasm. A vibrating cock ring actually increases that to the next level for both you and your partner. Now, stimulation and empowerment, like any fine jewellery or adornment, a cock ring is enjoyable to wear and visually appealing to both the wearer and the observer, especially when the cock ring's a different colour, a different design, metal. Oh, there's all different types, and it can be quite arousing for you both to see. A cock ring can be used in conjunction to a penis pump, so the user will pump blood into the penis and then trap the erection with a cock ring. A cock ring is normally worn for 20 to 30 minutes maximum, and if you're experiencing any discomfort or discoloration, take it off immediately. You've obviously got a little bit too tight. Basic cock rings actually remind me of O-rings for the tap. That's kind of what they look like, but I would definitely not recommend using an O-ring, guys. Don't go thinking that you've got to save a few bucks by not buying a proper cock ring and going, hey, I can save some money here, I'm going to use an O-ring. Do not do it. So cock rings actually come in different sizes, so when you're looking for the right one for you, it'd be best to measure the base girth of your erect penis. I will add the correct way to measure your penis in the show notes, so just follow the link below and you should be fine. After measuring your penis, if you're unsure about the measurements or new to using cock rings, it's best to consider purchasing a ring with snaps, stretchy, or something adjustable like a penis loop, because you'll be able to adjust the size according to what feels most comfortable for you, and you'll be able to take it off easily. So if you're starting out, that's the best way to go. Now, cock rings actually come in lots of different styles. So I never knew it until I got into the adult industry, and I think it might actually blow your mind if you're not really aware of it. So I'll post the links in the show notes for you to check them all out. But some of the ones that I'm going to go through today are standard cock ring. So we've already spoken about that. It's a round ring. It comes in different sizes. Some can be stretchy while others are quite firm and don't have a lot of give. There's metal cock rings. A metal cock ring is a firm cock ring that has generally no stretch to it and is made from metal, obviously. Many have a decorative design on them and are actually quite masculine and sexy to look at. They're often quite common in BDSM play, and they really look quite sexy. Vibrating cock rings. Oh yeah, I like vibrating cock rings. Whether or not you need to use a cock ring, you might actually just want to spice things up during sex by wearing a vibrating cock ring. So it's going to trap the blood flow in there for you, so it's going to increase in sensation. Yet it's also got a vibrator attached to the ring, so the vibrations feel really good on you, and they also hit your partner's clit or the perineum, and you're both feeling these vibrations, and depending on the position that you're both in, you're going to both get different sensations through it, and they're very sexy. Now, a penis lasso. A lasso is an adjustable cock ring, which is great for beginners who are unsure of their size and not sure how much pressure they may want on their cock. A cock and ball ring is a single ring that sits around both the testes and the penis and should be also put on when you're flaccid. You'll need to put the cock ring around the testes first. So what you do is you pull one of the testes through the ring, followed by the second, and leave the ring sitting around the scrotum. You can then fold the head of the penis through the ring, and if you find it difficult, use some lube on the cock ring and the testicles and the penis to help guide them through. So they're a really interesting sensation for guys too. A popular type of chastity device is a male cock cage. Cock cages are very popular in BDSM as they often enclose a man's penis in order to make an erection uncomfortable and impossible if the man becomes aroused. Ooh, so if you like that sort of thing, a cock cage is for you. Cock cages prevent masturbation, sexual intercourse, and most popular forms of sexual activity. So in itself, that would really turn a guy on because he can't get a hard on, but he wants to get a hard on. It's playing on his mind. How sexy. Now, most cock cages consist of rings seated around the base of the penis behind the scrotum and a tube or penis cage that holds the penis with two parts mating together with a hinge or pin. The penis cage is designed so that the penis inside cannot be stimulated directly with hands and fingers. If you've got your hands free, you're still in trouble if there's a lock and key on it. The tip of the penis cage is perforated to allow urine to pass, and the design may incorporate vents to facilitate long-term wear and cleaning. The flaccid penis is inserted into the cage and is held at a downward angle so that it can make an erection uncomfortable or impossible. Some designs have a short penis cage into which the penis may be squeezed to restrict it even more than a regular penis cage, and other designs incorporate a tip covering the glands through which a catheter is fixed, and the tip is then secured by short straps which confine the penis and are fixed to the ring seated behind the scrotum. So it's pretty full on, isn't it? The ring and the cage are usually secured together with a lock, which is what I was talking about, and when the device is locked, the testicles are trapped in the gap between the ring and the penis cage, which is narrow enough to prevent the testicles and penis from being pulled out. The testicles are usually held in a fixed position, exposed beneath the cage, although some designs have an additional cup that prevents easy access to the entire genital area. So if you've got a cock cage on, you might be in trouble. So I'll pop links in the show notes to all these different types of cock rings that we have on Addora Live. We actually have all of them on our site now. So cock rings themselves are the most popular selling toys I reckon that we have on the whole of the site. So you're welcome to check them out if you like. Now, just a hot tip, it's recommended that you try a cock ring for size before you go to use it directly in the bedroom. Cock rings are supposed to restrict the blood flow, giving you a slightly enlarged look, pronounced veins, and giving the penis a red blush. The only restriction with a cock ring is not to wear it for too long. So like I said before, 20 to 30 minutes maximum. So what I'll do is I'll also add a link in the show notes of a video of me putting a cock ring on as well. Are you a boob man or a boob woman? If so, you're going to love Lucie Wilde. So she's the porn star of the week this week. Now, I must say, in researching her, I did feel a bit weird. She's so young. She's only 18, and her boyfriend, who's now her ex, took her to casting on her 18th birthday at the beginning of this year. Maybe I'm getting old, but I did feel a bit pedophile-ish, just because she's so young, yet she has these ginormous boobs. So, hey, I have soldiered on for you guys, so it's not a problem. But I just thought I'd mention that at the beginning. First off, in all of her interviews, Lucie is very shy and private. She doesn't give a lot away, and this made me think that it was a real surprise that she got into the adult industry. I'll post a link in the show notes so you can see what I'm talking about. It's a video of her being interviewed. She just doesn't really give much away at all. So I can give you the basics today. Lucie is Czech and has size 34L breasts, which in European size is a 75HH. She's ginormous. Now, she's created a bit of a storm with these breasts because they're all natural. She said that they started growing when she was 13 and they really grew quickly. Coming into the industry, she immediately started hardcore porn rather than just with photo shoots and simple scenes as to what people normally do in the industry. So she's very different in that way. She seems to know what she likes and what she doesn't, and she goes with what the best offers are. Lucie initially shot scenes with her now ex-boyfriend, but she can now shoot with whoever she likes. She's filmed hetero scenes, anal scenes, double penetration scenes, blowjob, titty fucking, of course, and girl-on-girl scenes to date. By the sounds of it, she will not go into scenes where lots of guys will spunk on her. In her spare time, she likes to study and ride horses. So what I'll do is I'll pop some links in the show notes to websites that are featuring her. There is one called bustybuffy.com, but apparently it's not actually her own site. It's a company that she's shot for that are promoting it as her own site. This week in adult news, an update to the UK's ridiculous porn laws that I mentioned on last episode, where the video-on-demand porn producers in the UK can no longer film sex acts such as spanking, caning, female ejaculation and face-sitting, just to name a few. Now, it caused quite a stir over in the UK, and Charlotte Rose, the recipient of the 2013 British Erotic Award for Sex Worker of the Year, is very upset about these seemingly sexist laws. She's holding an anti-porn laws protest outside the British Parliament for a mass face-sitting this week in the Old Palace Yard, with more than 800 people looking to attend the event and look for a face to sit on or a butt to be sat on by. Fully clothed, of course, because they don't want to get arrested with these stupid laws. Protesters will also simulate en masse lead off to a roaring chorus of Monty Python's classic tune, Sit on My Face and Tell Me That You Love Me, and may add in a few extra verses of their own. Protesters will also host a game show where clothed contestants will act out a banned sex move and judges will vote on the best. Sounds like a very good way to get their message across, doesn't it? Now, this week I found a very funny video, and it's actually of men trying sex toys for the first time. So they speak about sex toys, what the sex toy feels like, seems like when they first have a hold of it, and then they're given 24 hours to experiment with the sex toy, and they come back with their review of it, and watching their faces and attitudes. And a lot of those toys we actually have on our website, or similar ones. It was hilarious. So I'll pop a link in the show notes. Oh, actually, I'll pop the video in the show notes for you so you can check it out. Now, in next week's show, we've got the best porn parodies of 2014. I'm going to share with you the top ones that I've found. So please head over to addoralive.com for the show notes, where I'll list all the links, photos, videos, and everything mentioned on today's show. Look up episode 7. Yeah, episode 7 already. How cool is that? Please show your support by subscribing to the show on YouTube, giving it a like if you like it, and leaving a comment. And if you're on iTunes, I would really appreciate it if you'd rate the show and leave me a comment. That's how other people will actually find the show, and then I'll get some ratings on it. I would really appreciate your comments and feedback there. I might even read out your comment on the show. We'll catch you next time, guys. Thanks for listening, and I can't wait to speak with you next week.
You've been listening to Addora Live Unlaced. For more information about the episodes, guests, sex toy videos, and naughty things you won't find anywhere else, visit addoralive.com today.